We know a system is more than one equation or inequality. In this case, it's inequalities. And we're going to be looking for the system here. So let's think back to yesterday. When we graphed, we had to think about dashed and solid lines, right?
Yep.
We also had to think about shading. So if we're graphing two inequalities on the same graph, we're going to have multiple shading going on. That's why I have you guys taking out colors. Do you guys know what the answer is going to be then? We know that the answer to a system of equations is the point where they intersect, right?
Oh, yeah.
So what is it going to be for an inequality then, Tanari?
Wouldn't it be where the shading overlaps?
It's going to be where the shading overlaps. So we're going to look at that today. So what is a system of equations?
Wait, I have a question.
It is two or more equations.
I have a question.
What?
If it's just where the shading overlaps, then you just like draw 3 lines of different colors and like found
What?
No, like, oh, sorry.
We'll talk about it. I don't know if I understand your question.
No, like, okay, you said where the shading like intersect, right? What if you just like got 3 colors and you just like made them all intersect, do a line, and all lines intersect? This is 3 different colors, 3 different shades.
Well, you're going to do 2 different shades, and the third shade is going to be where they overlap.
Okay,
Let's wait until we get to an actual problem and then ask that question again. Maybe I'll understand it better. How is the answer represented? It's the point x comma y where they intersect.
Bless you.
Thank you, guys.
Kazuta, yeah.
Yeah.
God bless you. Donkey.
So it represents the point. The representation is the point where the functions intersect. It means that it is a solution for both. I'm comfortable right now. I'm sorry, I'm really comfortable. I get cold really easily though, so. How do we solve a system of equations? We have 3 ways of solving a system of equations. What's one of them? I'm not ignoring you, I just really like the temperature in here. What? Plug it in, that's not even a way.
I can't, it makes me want to vomit.
How can you solve a system? What are the 3 ways? Graphing. What's another way?
Graph.
What's another one you learned?
Repeat the question.
Substitution. What?
Elimination.
And elimination. Very good. Okay, today we will be graphing a system of inequalities. How will it be different and how will it be similar than a system of equations? So, similarities will include they're both going to have more than one line. And we're going to be looking for intersections. The differences are going to be, there's going to be shading and dashed / solid lines. And the answer is going to be represented by where the 2 shaded regions overlap. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So when you're ready, go ahead and flip.
Yeah, I can see again. James.
Do you want some tape?
Huh?
Want some tape?
No, that's fine.
Okay, let's graph both of these lines. So, today we are going to look at... Please stop talking. Today we're going to look at this, and I'm going to use different colors on mine, and you guys can use different colors on yours. So I'm going to use red for this first one. So, Gianna, how would you tell me to graph y is greater than x minus 4? What would you do first? Which way? When I connect them, Gianna, is it going to be a dashed or a solid line? Which one? You've said both, so I just want to make sure.
Dash.
It is dashed. It's not or equal
Yeah,
to.
good job, Jana.
So we're going to try this with and without a test point here. So let's make a guess. This sign means greater than. With a greater than, are you going to shade above or below the line? What do you think? If it's greater than, do you think you'll shade above or below? Above. So what's a point that you guys think is above this line?
5 comma. No. 1 comma 9.
1 comma 9 is definitely above the line. So let's see if that makes it true. So we're assuming if we didn't want to do a test point that I would just be able to shade above this line. Let's see if 1 comma 9 is a solution. So 9 is greater than 1 minus 4. Is 9 greater than negative 3?
Yes.
So we just came up with a true statement. So you guys are right. Okay guys, listen to me when you go to shade. Do not scribble shade. It's easiest if you use lines to see where they overlap. That's why I was doing this yesterday. So use lines with one of your colors so you know. You'll know why. It will be easier to see where they overlap later.
So we just draw like lines?
Yes, that means you're
Draw
shading.
lines that are close to
No, I would prefer for you not to. I mean, if you do that, it's fine. It just makes it harder to see where they're at. So draw a bunch of lines above that line. Okay. So I'm going to choose another color now. So I'm going to use purple for this other one. So Lexi, how do I graph y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 2?
You go to 2,
Yeah, good job, Lex.
and then you go up 2 over 1 to the left. Yeah, left.
Yep, you want a negative slope.
What color is this one?
It doesn't, mine is purple.
Hey, I got purple.
And Lexi, when you connect your points, is it going to be a solid or a dotted line, dash line?
Solid.
If you don't have access to these colors that you don't for.
You don't have like colored pencils or anything at home?
Yeah, but
Then you don't have to use different colors. So less than or equal to. That would mean you're shading above or below. Which one?
Below.
We're thinking it's below. Which side looks like it's below? Which point looks like there's a point below? Thinking the left side maybe? Is that what you're thinking, Connor? Do you see if I like take my hand and have it the same way as this line? If I go this way, is my hand moving downward?
No, yeah.
So that's why that looks like it's below. So choose a point over here on the line. Choose a point over here. Jack. Yeah. Choose negative 1, 2. So I'm going to test that.
That's not family friendly.
So 2 is less than or equal to negative 2 times negative 1 plus 2. Is 2 less than or equal to 2 plus 2? Is 2 less than or equal to 4? Yeah, so the side we chose was true. We were right there. So we are going to shade below. Again, I'm just using the lines. Do you guys notice that you can tell where they're overlapping then?
Yes.
So we have an overlapping region. With your third color, I'm going to use blue. You're going to shade darkly
Looks like a pie.
that region.
I agree.
So shade darkly the region where your lines overlap. So I know where it is. Shade it in really well so I know where it overlaps. That is your answer. That shading of the overlapped region is your answer. So make sure you're shading it well. Be careful not to cross the line. Oh, you're fine. You didn't cross any lines. You're fine. You did cross the lines. You shouldn't have crossed there.
Okay. You said make it dark so I kind of.
You went crazy, I think. Are you confused? Are you confused? Oh, okay. I thought you were confused. Is anybody confused with what I just did there? Are you confused?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's because you had messed up that one?
Yeah, so
you
I didn't know how to
you went the
fix
right
it.
way. Oh, okay. Next time just ask me for a new note packet. New note packet.
Ew.
Jordan, why don't you just catch up? Actually, don't even worry about the new note packet until later. How about you catch up on this one with us? And if you still don't understand, I'll help you, okay? Okay, guys, is 2, -2, this point here, a solution?
No. 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 No.
Okay, but one of these lines is, and the other line is,
Not that.
is it a solution though?
No.
No, it's not when that happens. And I can show you guys if I plug this in, if I do -2 is greater than 2 minus 4. Is -2 greater than -2?
No, they're equal.
No, so it doesn't make that first one true. So that's why this is no. It has to do with the fact that one line is dashed. And if we have a dashed line, that is not part of the solution set. Remember, it means not included.
You're weird. I know, but like the lesson.
Because you get to color today?
Yeah, like it doesn't seem like a math.
It seems like it's like color by numbers a little bit, you know.
Except it's not fun.
It is fun.
It kind of seems like a math teacher just said, here, draw some lines and color.
Okay, everybody focus. Mike. What kind of line is an X? Has to cut the x-axis. This is horizontal.
Yeah, I meant the other way.
Vertical.
Yeah, vertical.
Okay, so this is a vertical line. Is it going to be dashed or solid, Mike?
Dash.
So we have a dashed line. Yeah, go over it with that dark purple. That's a good idea. Or if you ever do that on the homework, just write the word dashed by it and I'll be fine. All right, so this one is saying greater than, Mike. Which numbers are greater, the ones on the left or the ones on the right?
The right.
We're thinking the right number, so we're going to choose a test point on the right. Give me a test point on the right there, Mike. Is 1 greater than -2?
Yes.
Yes, it is. So we can shade that side with our lines.
This red pen is pretty good. I know, nice to you. Yes, it is. What if you went up to a lady?
I feel like you guys stop. There should be one ruler between the two of you on each one. Okay, Josh, help me with x plus y is less than or equal to 3. What do we have to do first? The second equation there, x plus y is less than or equal to 3.
You have to enter the x and y.
No, you have to get it graphed first. So what do you have to do first to get it graphed?
Subtract that.
Okay, how do I graph y is less than or equal to negative x plus 3, Josh?
You go up to 3, start at 3, and then you go down 1, over 1.
Which way over?
To the left.
If I go to the left and I connect to that, it would be positive, right? Okay. Yeah, so you should be using your different color. It's a different line. Will my line be solid or dashed, Josh?
Solid.
the equation we solved, and we see that it's a less than or equal to. So what side, Brian, do you think is less than or equal to? The left side or the right side? Which one looks like it's below? The left side or the right side? Yeah, if you put your hand here, it's going to go downwards, right? So choose a point on the left side, Brian, for me, so we can test it. Yeah, that's fine. -4 comma what?
1.
Okay, -4 comma 1. Is -3 less than or equal to 3?
Yes.
Yeah, so we get to shade where that test point is. And we're looking for where our lines cross each other. So again, be careful not to go over the lines. But you'll notice here that they are crossing in this region here. So that's the region I'm going to shade darkly. That is my answer. So make sure you're shading your answer's region really dark so I know where it's at. Was this a mistake?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure because it kind of looks like it's part of the solution.
Yeah.
So again, make sure you're shading it super dark like we're doing here so I can tell which one's the answer. If you're not very good at shading things dark, it might be smart to like maybe draw an arrow that says answer. So I know that you actually know what you're talking about. Sorry.
Okay.
Do you guys all understand that?
No.
Because some of you guys might not be very good at shading, and then I won't be able to tell, and it's going to be hard because I need to be able to look at your graph to know. Most of you guys are doing a really good job of shading that region dark lump.
I'm doing something I like.
Are you doing okay, or are you still lost?
I got lost again. So I got to here.
So is that a true statement?
Yeah.
So it's true, so you shade that side because it's true.
So all of it.
Yeah, you have to shade everything on that side of the green line.
Okay.
And then after that, you're going to shade the overlap region.
Oh, so like.
So first, do your lines from the green line, that way. And then you'll take out a different color. And to see how it's overlapping in here.
Yeah.
So you'll shade that with a different color dark. All right, next one. Please focus. Grace, how would I graph y is greater than 3x? Guys, focus. You don't start at 3. Where do you start?
0.
So you start at 0. Nothing's at here. So you start at 0, and then you do what? Yep. Will my line be dashed or solid? Yep.
Oh, that one got wide out. I made mine not. Whoa, what's this?
So,
Oh my god, I did it again.
Jordan, it's greater than. So, is it the left side or the right side that seems like it's greater than? So this side here seems greater. So if I take my pencil, Jordan, and it goes, is that going down or up? So does that make sense that that's greater than? No, so we need to be looking at the one above the line, right, guys? So choose a point on this side, Jordan. -1, 1 is what we're going to test because we believe we should be shading over there. So I test -1, 1. So I have 1 is greater than 3. The times -1 is 1 greater than -3.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're definitely shading that way. You don't technically have to do the test point if you're starting to understand the above and below. Do you understand that? I'm going to continue to do it in the notes because not everybody's going to understand this above and below thing. So I have to reach I have to reach every single one of you in this classroom, so I can write more. You need to know where you're at. So I don't even do a test point. I look at the sign, I say it's greater than, I need to shade above the line, so I know I have to shade here no matter what. Does that make sense? But for you guys, that might not be very obvious to some of you. So I want to give you guys something obvious that helps you out. Does that make sense? Okay.
Oh, thanks, man.
Okay, Blaine, help me get that negative x plus y is less than or equal to 2. What do I have to do?
Add x.
So how do I graph that, Blaine?
Go up to 2. Go up 1 over 1.
Yeah, Blaine.
Will our line be dashed or solid?
Solid.
So, Justin Powers, looking at this, are you going to shade up here or down here if this is a less than or equal to? Are you going to shade up here or here? 1 or 2? We're going to go below the line because it's less than. This is going down, so we're thinking there. So choose a test point for me just so I can test it. 4 or 3. Okay. Is -1 less than or equal to 2?
Yes.
Yes, so he was right where we're shading, so I'm going to go down here. Do you guys see where they're overlapping?
Yep. Yeah.
So we shade that region. Darker.
Thank you.
Again, if you're not very good at shading and you need to draw an arrow that says answer, do that. I think I forgot to do this part on the last one, so I'm needing to go back. Okay. So we tested it. -1 is less than 2. So that point is over here, and that's true, so we shade it below here. So you shade on that side because it's true. Do you see that? So you take your line and you keep going down from there. Okay? And then you see how it's overlapping here? All right, is 1, 0. Please pay attention. Is 1, 0 right here a solution?
No.
No, it's not in our shaded region.
Yeah, no. Stupid. No. Oh, I haven't been filling in down.
I forgot the last one. We didn't do this one. How about this one? Is 0, 0 a solution?
Yes.
Yes, it's in our shaded region.
No, I didn't do the one before that.
We said no, remember, because it was on the dashed line. All right, next one.
Hang on down.
Cheap Sandy.
Are we on this one? Yeah.
Earl foot.
We're going to skip the next one and go to this one, and then we're going to do the word problem. Okay, so.
Said don't.
Connor,
What?
Clover, can you solve for x minus y is less than -1 so we can graph that? Then what? Not yet. Y is not by itself. If you divide by negative, what must we do with the inequality? So we are going to flip it. We flip the inequality because we divide it by a negative. So we start at 1 and we go up 1 over 1. And I'm going to have another dashed line.
What?
What's wrong?
It's supposed to be a dash line?
Yep.
Not a dash line.
I almost did it again.
Steak crud.
If you need whiteout, I can give you a Mr. whiteout that you want.
I'm good.
All right,
Oh my god.
Riley.
They stashed
Riley, this says greater than here. We don't look at the original, we look at this one. This says greater than. So is 1 or 2 greater than? 1, right? If we go, this is going upward. So can you choose a test point in the up point there? Upper. Can you choose a test point in the upper part, please? I'm sorry, I can't speak.
0, 3.
Okay, 0, 3 is your test point.
No, you should get off my case.
Guys, is -3 less than -1? So that's good. So we're going to shade where that test point is.
Shade.
Did you shade in the right spot? And shouldn't that be dashed? Are you doing your own thing or are you listening to me?
I feel weird. I feel the need.
You see what I'm saying?
The need for
You're not even on the right one. We're on the next page.
That's what I'm doing.
You doing okay?
Irish
Okay,
Weave from an
something to
alternate universe.
Your line should be dashed. Guys, you need to be paying attention.
I know.
Don't be doing your own thing. That way your notes aren't wrong. Some of you guys do your own thing and then your notes are wrong. Okay, Brian, solve for x minus 2y is greater than 4.
I'll subtract x on both sides. And then divide by -2.
Which means we have to do what with the inequality?
Flip it.
So I start at -2 and I go up 1, right 2. Again, I'm going to have a dashed line. So this is a less than sign. After we solved it, we got a less than sign. So Jayla, is 1 or 2 less than, do you think? Okay, choose a test point in that area for me. -5 what? Just making it into the region without hitting it, I think. Not really sure. We'll find out. That test point is real close to the line. So I have -5 plus 10 is greater than 4. Is 5 greater than 4?
Yes.
So she's good there. Ooh, our overlapping region is very, very tiny. Do you guys see that?
Yeah.
It's just right here.
Whoa, that's pretty spicy.
It's in that really tiny region.
Okay. Gladly.
It's in that really tiny region there.
I could really go for a McDonald's. I want random
Okay, is -6, -5 a solution?
Yes, man, no.
These are both dashed lines, so is it a solution?
Yes. Correct them one.
These are both dashed lines.
Wait.
Does dash mean included or not included? That means not included, so no. Dashed lines means not included.
It was those dang lizard people. Somebody touched them white guys. Those are the dang lizard people.
Guys, I really don't want to yell at you, and I feel like yelling at you a ton today. The amount of talking that has been happening is ridiculous. You are not only hurting yourself, you're hurting the people around you. So, if anything, can you please start caring about the people around you that you're distracting every 10 seconds you're talking? Please. It needs to stop. What questions do you guys have for me? Are we doing okay with this lesson? Do we understand what's going on?
For the most part.
So it says, Lewis receives a $25 gift card to an online retailer that sells digital music and games. Each song is $1 and each game is $2. He wants to buy at least 15 items with his gift card. So we have two different things going on here. We have two variables. We have X is going to be the number of songs. And Y is going to be the number of games bought. I'm doing it so it's not necessary, no.
God bless.
Sorry.
Wait, so we don't have to do any divisible?
You don't have to if you don't want to.
I like using these items.
Games and songs purchased by Lewis. Games and games.
I didn't mean to What online retailer?
Probably iTunes, let's be honest.
Who buys games on iTunes?
I don't know.
The Apple Store? I love it.
I can get mine.
So, it's $1 per song plus $2 per game, and that has to be less than or equal to $25 because we can't spend more than what's on the gift card. So that's one of our equations. He wants to buy at least 15 items, so that's X plus Y needs to be, at least means that amount or more, so he wants it to be greater than or equal to 15.
Oh. At least 15. Good lord.
So, we solve for Y.
If Lewis wasn't so difficult, he could just buy as many stuff as he wants, and so he runs out of money.
Why did you solve for Y in the other one?
Why haven't I yet?
Like the equation.
Because Lexi, she's doing it as she pleases.
You have to solve both of them. We have to plot both of these. These are two different equations. All right, so I need to get to this one too. I have to subtract X to get this one into slope-intercept form too, because they're two different equations here. So I need at least 15, which is about what it is. So I'm going to count by ones.
Settle down.
Okay, so the first equation starts at 12.5, and it goes down 1 over 2, and it will be halfway between each time. And I'm going to connect it with a solid line because it's or equal to.
Sound like you just said your opinion doesn't matter. It never will.
This is solid.
What?
This is solid.
Yeah, because it's or equal to. Do you see the line underneath it? Okay, guys. Conversation. Again, needs to stop. So this one is less than or equal to, which means we need a shade down. Again, talking about this from yesterday, we can't have negative games and negative songs, so I'm just staying within this quadrant.
Yeah, or you could just like not buy any song and have it not but not downloaded.
Or if you celebrate that yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Next thing.
Teach me.
Starts at 15. Stop, guys. And goes down 1 over 1. Again with another solid line. Because it's or equal to. And this one is greater than, so we need to shade above the line. So right here is above the line, so we are going to shade above the line. I do it the same color as the line. So you'll see that it's overlapping in this region here, so that's the region we're going to shade darker.
Whoa! I just got the first one.
Because you don't stop talking.
Extra.
No, it's because I'm taking my time.
You should be going from the red line above, that's why. Oh, you see that? So it's really in here. So it says, we're just going to state one reasonable solution. So give me a reasonable solution. So what's a solution is within the shaded region. So Emma, give me a solution in the shaded region here. So 14, 4 is in the shaded region. It works. It's in the region. What does 14, 4 mean?
There's 4 songs bought.
Be careful.
14 songs bought.
So Lewis bought 14 songs and 4 games. All right.